Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please leave a comment if you want questions answered. If you want to like, share, subscribe, it's not mandatory, not here. I am doing these readings solely because I want to pass on information. I don't want other people to go through the bullshit that I went through. And I want other people to have a fucking chance in hell when it comes to all this hoodoo, voodoo, bullshit, behind the scenes magic stuff that they say it's not real and they have us indoctrinated to believe so. And not giving other people a chance because they've kind of kept them asleep or kept them a low vibrational state so that they can't make choices for themselves, which they are supposed to, and that is divine law. We have free will to make choices. So they've kind of manipulated things a little bit. And my goal here is to just spread the information from my own lessons learned through my own experience of the shit that I fucking suffered through. And I don't expect money from anybody. So when my readings, when I say it's $40 for 45 minutes or something like that, and then $1 additional and extra, that's because I am not going to ring you for money because I just want money. I am going to give you a reading, give you the information that you need, and if you want more of my time, then I respect myself enough to charge $1 extra after. Okay? So my main goal here is not to expect donations or anything like that. If you do want to give a donation, it's for this channel to keep it going. I put a lot of hard work into this and a lot of thought. My videos are not edited or anything like that, so it's full frontal. I give you exactly what you get at that moment in time. And yeah, if you appreciate that, great. You're welcome to stay. So I do the 13 zodiacs. If you're not familiar, please do your research. That is before they dropped a Ophiuchus and then changed it to the 12. My readings are pretty different in the sense that I read from books and I pull out certain words from the books. And I use that as a method, a tool as well as the cards and the oracle cards. And then I have the handwritten cards. And whoever came up with the handwritten card idea is freaking genius. Like, I want to know where that first started. And I want to, like, give my shout out to them. Like, who started this? The whole idea of handwritten cards like this. Like, there's the tarot. There's the handwritten cards. And then you've got your oracle cards, which come in all different shapes, sizes, and themes and stuff like that. All right. What do we got so far? We got the King of Wands in the upright. He's looking, the energy I'm getting from this is eager. Like, very eager for something. We're doing a reading and I didn't even pull which one it's going to be. Virgo. Very eager energy. Okay. This King of Wands energy is almost like, I want to say, like, has a plan set or has something set in motion that is expecting to work or expecting to come through, or some sort of expectations here, whatever the fuck this is. But the eagerness and the energy, when I first looked at it, I was drawn to this. This is what gave it to me. So when you look at other people and you see their body language, I know this is a card, okay? But when you read the cards, the energy comes off differently. And sometimes you notice shit on it you never noticed before. Sometimes things pop out to you that you never noticed before. And automatically I was drawn to that hand on the side, and it's almost like somebody would be like gripping the side of their leg. To me, that gives me eagerness, right? You want to learn how to read cards and tarot, then study them, get to know them, learn them on your own, learn what makes sense to you, make it make sense, okay? Learn what energies that you pull from the cards to read them for your own reading. You can practice with that first. And I'm not here to teach you how to do tarot. I'm self-taught and I don't do any lessons for tarot. There's many wonderful teachers out there that will teach you how to do tarot. Okay? And then what else we got here? We got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Very eager, expectations, and then we got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Not willing or wanting to give anything out. So this could be information, this could be money, this could be time, this could be affection. Almost like, I don't want to say like, I don't want to say like a self-centered energy, but it's more like reserved for sure. This could be with your own visions too. Maybe you were so used to telling other people of how you envision their world, or how you envision things were going to go, or how you envision your own prophecies, or um, your own life and how it's going to go, and you would always share that with other people. I could see the two people here just kind of like fully intent and looking up at this person. Maybe you're not so eager to do that anymore. You're keeping your cards to yourself, keeping it kind of quiet, and whatever it is that you got on the go here. This is a King of Wands energy, but the haircut alone on this figure is giving me feminine. So this could be this could be a feminine in her masculinity. Very much so. Whatever you got planned. What do you got planned? What do you got planned? Route. Oh, that's all it gives me. Route. R-O-U-T-E. A course or way. You have a way of doing things, or a way planned out, or you have something mapped out, or you have planned something that is going to create a way or a path. That was very abrupt. That is kind of like, yeah, but that's very vague. Divine, can you give me a little, can I be a bit nosy here? Am I allowed? Deposition. Act of depositing and of deposing. Okay. Attested written testimony. A declaration. Act of dethroning a king or degrading an official. Whoa, what do you got planned, Virgo? Holy shit, you gonna take down the fucking government? Like, ow, I just got a twinge in my back. Okay, that was random. You gonna take down like some heavy hitters, girl or boy? If this is a woman in her masculinity, that would be something a woman in her masculinity would do, would be to set the patriarchy straight. You could also be declaring your truths. Maybe you're an advocate, or you're somebody that stands up for a big group, or you're somebody that stands up for people with no voices. You could be somebody that is an advocate and a leader of certain organizations, and maybe you're going up against other people that consider themselves to be in a higher ranking or a higher status or status, whatever you want to call it. You could be writing this deposition. You could be writing and getting testimony from other people. You could be getting signatures. That's what I'm picking up on here too. But you are not showing your hand. So I think what you're doing right now is you're in the process of building something first. And then once you've created what you needed to, once you have built up what you needed to, whether this be like your own written testimony or whatever this is that you're doing, I can't really get into full detail, but I could try. Whatever you're trying to do, because I don't want to give it away to any cross watchers either. Whatever you're trying to do, you're keeping your cards to yourself, and that's okay. You could have laid some cards on the table for other people to see, but you're not giving the full thing. You're not divulging all the information right now. Interesting. All right, can we get a little bit more, please and thank you, about this way of Virgo? What way of Virgo? Ooh. I can't believe I got that twinge in my back. I'm not even fucking that old yet. And I'm just sitting here. Like, what the fuck? It was like I almost felt like an electrical shock, but it happened to just above my hip, whatever muscle that is. We got the 5 of Wands in the reverse. So this is usually fighting behind the scenes. This is like chaos, conflict. This is people beating on each other or sending each other shit. But it's in the reverse. I think you want to put an end. That's what you want. You want to put an end to any of this fighting and chaos. Good for you. Bravo, Virgo. You're on a roll. Fighting for justice. Maybe you're like a vigilante type. Masculine or feminine, take the role as you see fit. This is energy here, but this is definitely masculine energy. So somebody stands in their role, somebody that is a protector, somebody that is very action-based and driven, somebody that's not afraid to get dirty or get physical. Not saying that you're going to. I'm just saying it's somebody that's not afraid of that shit. What else do we got here? Okay, so we got 2 sets. We'll take the pink and blue. Speak words of love even when others do not. Wish to hear them be true. What? Did I read that right? Speak words of love even when others do not. Wish to hear them. Period. Be true love. Oh, that period's so tiny. I just got like whether maybe you could be going through menopause or something like that. If this is feminine energy. But yeah, you want to speak words of love, okay? Even if other people don't want to hear them. So if you're an advocate, that goes with the territory, right? You're going to speak words of love. You're going to advocate for the right thing to be done. You want people to be at peace and not fighting behind the scenes. You could put people in their place so that there is less chaos. But people may not want to hear that, okay? And even if they don't want to hear it, doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. And just be true love. So sometimes tough love, like when you're putting somebody in their place because you know they're doing something that's really wrong. Let's say it's a best friend of yours and they're going to do something fucking chaotic and stupid. A good friend will be honest with them and be like, listen, don't fucking do this because this, and this. And it's you're just setting yourself up for whatever. Just don't do it, right? They may not want to hear it. They may want you to sugarcoat it or tell them what they want to hear, but you're not all about that, Virgo. Whatever this is. And this is in the blue too, so throat chakra. Then we've got business. Is it business or pleasure? This is on the business side of it. To those that resonate, this is only for the business side of it, okay? Money taken from my personal business or life through energy harvesting to create income for other people or their businesses shall be returned to me times 10 as in the form of monetary gain. Every cent that they used of my energy gets returned rightfully back to me. I'm going to hold this here. Okay. You want to pause that? You can do so. And you can read it for yourself. That is very important for somebody that's in the business aspect of it. So you could still be an advocate and want to fight for the right reasons. You could put things at peace. Maybe by withholding certain things, you have created a sense of peace because other people don't think that there's anything else going on, which is really smart, if you ask me. What else we got here? The birds bring and send message. Oh, that's what I wanted to do is I wanted to put the bird feed in the bird feeder. It's going to be winter soon. I'm going to try to stuff them up as much as I can. Cute little babies. The birds bring and send messages all day long. They also spread seeds. Make sure they are positive and not rotten vibrational frequencies. So that goes with the speaking words of love here. That's 2 for 2. Your inner child says, hey, I love you and I miss you and all the fun we have. Smile. So that's a personal message from your inner child to you. Keep up the good work. And then this one's good if you're in a leadership role or position like that. Ask others about how they feel about your words or actions instead of assuming. So if you really want to get some feedback on the people that look up to you or that maybe take guidance from you or something like that, ask them. You guys on here, if you watch my videos and you really like my stuff, or maybe you have some constructive criticism, please put it in the comments down below there and let me know how you feel. How do I make you feel? How does my presence, how does my speaking, how does my words, how does my reading, how does it make you feel? The first one will get a freaking free reading from me, and maybe I'll even send them a free piece of artwork or something like that. The first one to write down a comment, if you come across this video, you're meant to. And if you put a comment down below and it really gets me, like you are being genuine and honest of how you feel and it translates to me, then I will pick you and select you, and I will try to contact you in whatever way I can, and then ask you what you want. Do you want a free reading, or do you want like a painting or something like that? That's my reciprocity to you for being honest with me, because I would like to know. I would like some feedback. How do I make you feel? Honestly, when it comes to these things, do I trigger the shit out of you? Do I make you feel comfort and reassurance? Do I help you learn certain things that nobody taught you? Let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate that. Now that I took a minute for that, okay, get my ass out my get my head out my ass. I'm going to see what else we got here. Let's get some Island Time Wellness cards. Actually, I reached for the Oracle. Let's get some Oracle cards. What's the... I didn't even do that many tarot. What's the pattern here for past life energy? The ancestors want to come through. What is it? Oh, wow. You are strong, Virgo. Whoever you are, keep doing the right thing, okay? Don't get upset about your situation. Definitely don't. You've got wisdom, and then you've got medicine man or woman. So these are gifts, talents, abilities that was passed down to you through your DNA, your capabilities, your abilities. So if you're a healer, a medicine man or woman, and that's your path, that is your purpose. That's what you're meant to do. Healing other people, whether it be through holistic medicine or touch, Reiki, acupuncture, reflexology, massaging of the feet. Okay? Or if it has to do with something to do with medicine, and then wisdom. You were packed and loaded full of this. You were destined for this, Virgo. This is your fucking position. So whatever you're eager about, I can ask right now, other than taking down a fucking whole entire government system. If that's your plan, man, I'm behind you 100%. I will fucking join you. However I can join you, I'm doing my part over here. But, like, if I can help you, just ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. Got the Six of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I don't think you've really ever looked up for anybody to come save your ass or bring you a boat or anything like that. I think that you're more than capable of walking away from certain things that were said from other people. I don't know if this gives me a full explanation on more of your plotting and planning and scheming of amazing wonder. What else? Got a Six of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I don't expect anybody to do the work for you, which is good. We got Four Wands. Okay, in the reverse. Not really working with people right now. You could. I don't know. It depends what you've already gone through. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Stay positive, open-minded. If other people want to kind of work with you, I don't see you being too generous with anything, and that includes your time or your wisdom, what you know. But that's up to you. And then you got the Two of Pentacles, okay? So kind of juggling and getting things back in order, making sure that things are going to be in a longer standpoint instead of just like temporary. I think your goal here, you got a hat of purple. It's an interesting looking fucking hat. I think your goal here is to make sure that your ships are in order, not your fucking ducks. Your ships are in order. You want to make sure that the things that are going to be set up for the future are done with intention, integrity, and that they're going to be solid. They are going to be stable. The Two of Pentacles can be like a bit of a back and forth. This could be within your own internal self. A bit of a back and forth of how you're going to approach a situation or how you're going to balance the situation. But you do have luck on your side and you do have protection. What's the Island Time Wellness for any singles? Excuse me. For any singles or people in relationship. I don't think you're in a relationship right now, Virgo, but we'll see. If you're not, that's okay. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You have a fucking mission, okay? Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. And the energy that I'm getting off of this isn't like a death. This is an energy of putting an end to something. Like not actually killing or maiming or hurting anybody or somebody like necessarily dying. Casualties happen in war, but what this is like your goal, the energy I'm getting from this is that your goal is to bring liberation, change, transition, growth, new beginnings by putting an end to something. So whatever you're set on, you are wholeheartedly set on it. What else we got here? Virgo. Virgo. What else you got? Ooh, that goes right over top the coffin. Sword in the Rose. Delicate, but will kick your fucking ass. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. You know what? I normally don't, but I am being called to do this right now. I'm going to pull out for you, because it's at 20 minutes. I'm going to pull out for you, Virgo, just you. If this resonates with you, this is your reading. I'm going to pull out for you a goddess, okay? And this is when you're going to look up, you're going to do the research. She's going to help you. What goddess helps Virgo? What goddess helps Virgo? What goddess can help Virgo? Two wanted to come out. So I'll take these two. No fighting, okay? The goddess to help Virgo. We've got Hera, Hera, for alliance. Like I said, you might want to work with people. I know you don't want to, but it might benefit you to kind of like me take my head out my ass, right? It might benefit you to work with other people. So we've got Hera, alliance. She's going to help you. You can call upon her. Do your research on her. Learn about her story. It may resonate with your current situation here, okay? And then we've got Lakshmi, fortune. Fortune favors the bold, those that take initiative and do the right things, even up against adversity. Okay, so these two beautiful women, call upon them, ask them for help. Be kind when you ask. Make sure your intentions are pure when you ask, especially if it's an endeavor of your gigantic feet over here, whatever you got planned. Thank you, ladies. All right. Not so much on the inner healing. I think you healed a lot of wounds. Normally, my readings most of the time come back to healing, but I think you're fucking healed, ready to go, and you're just eager. King of Wands energy with this. What's that energy? Two of Cups energy. Okay, this could be pertaining to a relationship, but I do not think it is. This is within yourself. This is a healing. This is a mutual respect between masculine and feminine within self. This is a very healing energy when it comes to the serpent energy as well. That Leo energy, that fearless kind of energy. And then we've got the Six of Wands in the reverse. Normally, this is overcoming certain things, but it is in the reverse. And then we've got the Knight of Wands. So you could have went up against a Knight of Wands, or you dealt with a Knight of Wands in the past. You got the King of Wands. This could be your younger self too. Very well could be. So in the past, maybe you weren't able to get up and over this sort of thing, or maybe you had to deal with this sort of energy being brought down a little bit, or kind of feeling like you were overrun, but you've stepped into this King of Wands energy now. So you've kind of like graduated up from that. If this is not resonating with you, it very well could have been somebody you dealt with in the past when it came to a relationship, okay, that you put to an end, which ultimately is going to help you in whatever things that you're going for right now. Let's get a little bit more on the Six of Wands and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. You jump to conclusions too quick, or maybe you assume certain things, or they did. What else we got here? No. You know what I'm getting right now is that the ancestors between the two of you, you and this other person, if you were dealing with the Knight of Wands in the reverse, if this is not your younger self, you didn't align. So if this gives you clarity, you didn't align, meaning that person's not maybe supposed to be just, they're there for a lesson, but they're not supposed to be your divine counterpart, because your backgrounds, when I'm noticing the Egyptian pyramids, your backgrounds don't align, and your ancestors did not, I don't want to say didn't give permission, because it's still a lesson, but they advised against it and maybe set certain things up so that the relationship didn't last. As weird as that sounds, there's sometimes our ancestors get involved, especially if it could be very detrimental to us. Yes, they're not supposed to intervene, but they can also put things in the way. If it's meant to supersede that test, if it's meant to overcome that test, then it will. But if it's not, then it won't. And when it comes to loving self, that's the most important part. If you're already in a relationship right now, this could be somebody that was coming back from your past trying to get your attention and come in, but you're not having it. And you're not giving it. So you're not interested in that shit. All right. Yeah, you could have blocked them too. They didn't have enough depth, quite possibly. What else we got here? Ouch, go. Page of Swords in the reverse. No longer just kind of speaking things without thinking about it. You're taking the approach a little bit more maturely. But the Page of Swords in the reverse, I don't know. That also gives me it's like unsurety, like skepticism too. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna give me that for a second. I'm gonna get in there. How much time am I at? 26 out of 43. That's not too bad. Stay. Where is it? Page of Swords, yeah. What's this? In the reverse, though. An imposter revealed. Illness is possible. Powerlessness in the face of strong forces. Lack of preparation. So quite possibly the person that you dealt with was a bit of an imposter. Or like I said, the formlessness is what came up and the lack of depth. So they could have come off as very fake or masking and you weren't really wanting to deal with it. This could also be too, the forces that you went up against in the past. Even when it comes to your younger version of yourself, you have already come up out of that, but maybe you couldn't do it in the past. Okay, so this is youth energy, the Page of Swords. So if this is past life energy, past tense energy, what's the past life oracle giving? Well, that was quick. That's the reason why the ships didn't come in the past. Why you didn't get what you were supposed to get in the past, because you were up against yourself. A younger version of yourself. You were up against somebody that maybe mirrored it to you. You were up against things that you felt you couldn't overcome. But you're no longer in that stage. Not anymore. Not anymore. You've got more than enough purpose here. And that's why your ships weren't coming in before. But this, again, is a lesson. We all have to learn these lessons in order to move past this and get to the next level. New levels, new devils, new levels, new awesomeness. There's got to be something that rhymes with that. Can somebody else think of it? What else can we get here? Let's do the runes. So if you're new to my channel, I'll do the Nordic runes. What can we get for Virgo? One moment, please. That's like being on hold. You could have felt like you were on hold for a little bit there. That's how I felt for the longest fucking time too. Please hold. And then you're sitting there waiting for the divine universe to answer everything when it's supposed to be you just reflecting. Like, I don't know how many times I've had my ass sat down just to reflect and think through what I've just gone through or what I need to learn from. I recognize it. And then I'll sit there and I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be learning something right now, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. And normally that's just me kind of deflecting. In the past, that's what I used to do. Like, I would deflect and be like, I don't know, maybe I don't want to touch on that. Usually because it's painful, right? Like, especially if I'm betrayed by somebody or something like that. It takes me a little bit. Okay, so we got the moon energy. Nothing inscribed on this. This is literally the moon energy. That which is yet to be seen. Don't tell me you got 2 moons in a row. Okay, so 2 moons in a row. Within 2 moons from now, or there's 2 separate people that need to divulge certain information. Or 2 moons till you get what you want to. So right now, it's like a bit of a standstill. So you're still in this eager fucking energy. You've got all these plans to fucking take over the world for good reason and advocate, but you got ISIS. So you got a bit of standstill, stasis, block, challenge, patience, reflect, rest, and test. Was that not what I was just saying? So it's the letter I, root chakra, heart chakra, and sacral energy, okay? These are things that you stand in right now or things that you need to activate. And then, oh, it looks like this. Literally like a fucking eye. And what else we got here? Kaunin, ulcer. Okay, to me, Kaunin is acceptance. So every time I see this right here, most of the time, the first thing that comes to mind when I see this symbol out and about, if it just appears to me or appears in my inner vision, it's acceptance. So mortality, pain, opening, torch, fire, creativity, inspiration, revelation, knowledge, acceptance. Letter C and letter K, and it's sacral energy. This is what you need to heal from, or this is what you need to activate. Alrighty. Alrighty. Remember to love you. Hopefully this helped you guys. Please do.